another spooky night. River Lea's online, yeah, the time is just right. Switching YouTube, come on, join the scene. Flashlight shaking like we're in a ghostly dream. Grab your EMF, hear the spirit call. Tiptoe through the dark of the haunted hall. If you feel a chill, don't run away. River's got your back while the shadows play. Yeah. The River Lea is going live. Come on and vibe, hunting ghosts tonight, and Phasmophobia survive. Bring your courage, bring your scream. Join the chat, join the team on Twitch and YouTube. We're chasing the unseen. Ouija boards moving, Tim drops proving something in the dark ain't just us grooving. River keeps calm with the flashlight beam while we panic in the back with the whole damn team. Spirit box, chatter, heartbeat getting faster. Hide behind the door, here comes disaster. But win or lose, we're laughing loud. River Lea stream always draws a crowd. The River Lea is going live. Come on and vibe, hunting ghosts tonight, and Phasmophobia survive. Bring your courage, bring your scream. Join the chat, join the team on Twitch and YouTube. We're chasing the unseen. It's a River Lea ride. The River Lea is going live. Come on and vibe. Phasmophobia night. You know we're gonna survive. Drop a follow, hit subscribe. Let's make the ghosts go
If you just started playing,
on Twitch and YouTube. It's a River Lea ride.
hello. Hi. Hi. Right, I need to unhide base. Oh, I've already unhidden base. How are we doing? How are we doing? We're having a chill one basically. Just gonna have a chill one today. And then we're gonna go and like study ghost behaviors and stuff. So yeah, nice chill, nice easy one today. Hiya, babe. Yeah, nice chill, nice and easy. Come on in. The first things first, we're gonna see before we go and start studying. We're gonna see if we can at least identify one spirit. Just one. Just one. That's all we want, is just to study one. I need to upgrade the video camera. I can never find video camera on this list. It's right there. Look, we've took it straight up to the best of the best for the camera. Video camera? Where's video camera gone? Yeah. We'll take 4 cameras and 4 tripods. We need some sound recorders as well. I'm not gonna upgrade the sound recorder. I've just realized that I haven't transitioned the screen. There we go. Jesus. That was a fail and a half, wasn't it? Epic fail and a half. Right there. Right, I think we should be good. Far from good. We don't have any crucies. We don't... look, my crucies aren't even upgraded, and I don't even have the money to upgrade my crucies, yeah? So... let me add on an extra. Night. Flashlight. I can deal with the rubbish spirit box, to be fair.
Alright, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation. The ghost here seems to be linked to a cursed object.
Lovely.
Take a closer look, maybe using it to help your investigation.
Of course, we'd like a cursed object. Right. Right. Escape during a ghost hunt, average sanity, blow out a firelight. That should be easy enough to do. It's not, because it's me. If I remember right as well, I have put this onto beginner. Right, there's plates moving, which means it's got to be over in the kitchen. It has to be over here. Like, it has to be. Does it have to be? Oh. I don't like ghost events like that. Yeah, it's in the kitchen. I was right this whole time about that. Cool. So we know it's in the kitchen.
Hello.
Hi, Chloe. Hi, Scott. We're having an easy one today, Chloe. So what we're going to do is we're just doing like one round. Just to see what I can come up with. And then once we've done that round, we're then going to go into studying. I was just about to take that plate. So I don't think hi, mate. I'm not sure. You'll need to speak to Bilbo because apparently something does someone and you can transfer over to a computer. I actually don't know. I don't know. Is that gonna drop or? It got me. Like, we'll just lock in. We'll lock in a demon. It's not a demon. We're just gonna lock it in anyway. Oh, what the fuck?
Some jobs ready for you.
Damn. Maybe it was a demon and we had zero evidence because I didn't literally get any evidence. I had no evidence there. That was unintentional. That wasn't meant to have happened. But it did. Meh, we'll take it. We'll take it. Oh, it was on the intermediate as well, so I guess that's not too bad, to be fair. Ugh. Right, I just need to capture. We're not gonna continue with this one. Okay, that was just a warm-up. That's the warm-up.
Welcome back. I've prepared some
That's
jobs for you.
literally just a warm-up. The lads want a day off. The lads want a day off. But we are going into some studying. Like, I wasn't meant to have guessed that was a demon. That was completely wrong in my eyes. Okay? And lo and behold, it was a demon. It's the first time for everything. But we're going to go studying instead. We're going to do some studying. And we're going to study this together. So if we study this together, it's a good thing, right? Because then if I forget something, you can be like, hey, don't forget you learnt this. Yeah? You like my thinking. So we're gonna go through this. So this is 50 tips after 50 pro tips. We're gonna watch this. We're then gonna go through and then start studying some more start studying more into like ghost behaviors for certain types of ghosts and whatever else. So yeah, it is a chill one. It is literally a chill one. It's just basically chilling, watching videos. That's all we're doing today. Right, let's crack on with this. 50 pro tips. Are we ready, Chloe? Are we ready? Are we ready, Lizzie? Hiya, Lizzie, by the way. I do see you there. I do see you. Hello, hello, hello. Right. So we've got... Cool. Right. Let's crack on with this video, shall we? Let's see what happens here.
If you just started playing Phasmophobia or you want to get better at it, then this is the perfect video for you. I'm going to be showing you 50 pro tips for Phasmophobia. If you have a tip for the community that I've left out, please drop them in the comments down below. But without further ado, let's hop right into the tips. The TV remote is considered to be a light switch, so if you drop it in the ghost
Huh? What do you mean take the evidence? Oh. I'm so confused. Right, we're just oh, we're just gonna continue. Oh, you're watching on PC. You're on about the journal, right? Are you on about the overlay?
Bye, bro, bitch. Bye, ho.
Yeah. It dawned. I can disable that for now if you want me to. Or you can hide it. But let's crack on with this anyway, shall we see? Bonnie, are you going to watch this too? It'll be good. We'll get you built up ready to become a professional in Phasmophobia, you know?
room and the ghost turns on the TV, then you can rule out a mare. The TV remote can also be used to check if a ghost is still hunting or not. If you can use it and you hear that clicking noise, then the ghost is not hunting. If you don't hear the clicking noise anymore when you're using it, then that means the ghost is hunting. Be careful though, if you're downstairs, the clicking noise is pretty muffled when you're using it downstairs. You can also use the light switches to check if a ghost is hunting. If you can move the light switches, that means the ghost is not hunting.
We're already stopping this video. He is going far too quick with that. That was rapid. That was rapid. We want to watch this guy. So what do we want to do? We don't want to learn how to loop, or should we learn? We'll watch this one first.
Phasmophobia. With many niche facts like Shades not being able to do singing ghost events, or a Raiju having a louder heartbeat than every other ghost, it's almost impossible to learn everything that there is to know about this game. However, I'm going to do my very best to teach you everything that I possibly can. So I DM'd some of my friends who have thousands of hours in the game, and I asked them what tips they would give players, ranging from beginner level tips to expert level tips, and decided to put them all into one video. This is 25 tips that every player should learn about Phasmophobia. There is a super easy way to check if the ghost is still hunting, for those who struggle to know if the ghost is just ghost eventing or if it's trying to kill you. You're unable to turn light switches on and off if the ghost is actively hunting, meaning all you need to do is go up to a light switch and try to turn it on and off. If the light switch doesn't move, you should probably go hide because the ghost is coming to kill you. Using certain angles in the game, you can hide half of your body behind an object such as a wall, door, or any large object that will block half of your body fully to see the ghost without being detected during a hunt. This is a strategy called corner peeking, and it will allow you to keep your vision on the ghost during a hunt without the ghost fully detecting you because of the object blocking the line of sight sensors on your player models. Every single map is filled with hiding spots that you can use that is not lockers or closets. These spots mostly consist of furniture that block your body and the ghost from gaining line of sight on you. You should learn a couple good hiding spots on each map that you can use if you can't run to a closet or a locker on time, because these can save your life 99% of the time. Learning how to manage when to keep the lights on and when to keep the lights off is very important. You should know that turning the lights on in the ghost room is a bad idea because it basically turns every ghost into a shade.
Right. So that's what we need to do there. So we should never turn the lights on in the ghost room. So never turn the lights in the ghost room on. Remember that, everyone. If I turn it on, shout at me. Because it's just going to turn the ghost into a shade. And it's not going to do anything.
Ghosts are not able to do interactions with the lights on. However, keeping the lights on outside of the ghost room and a few rooms away can be very good at managing your sanity drain. The lighter has its own inventory slot, meaning that whenever you pick up a lighter, you can carry 4 items with a full inventory. Because of this, you should always carry around a lighter because you never know when you'll need it. Breaking line of sight is one of the keys to surviving hunts. When trying to run away from the ghost during a hunt, you should be trying to break line of sight as much as you can. Whether this is by closing doors behind you while being chased or quickly turning corners when running away, make sure you're always trying to break the line of sight that the ghost has on you. When you're looping the ghost, you should crouch to avoid the ghost being able to speed up with line of sight. This is very important when looping around things like kitchen islands. When you're standing and looping, then the ghost will speed up and catch you. However, if you crouch loop behind certain furniture, you can avoid the line of sight speed up. It's very important to note though, that you should remain standing behind the dining room tables because crouching will not break line of sight for you. The Banshee's targeting system isn't actually fully random. At the start of the game, the first target that the Banshee picks will be random. But once that target is dead, then the second target will always be the host if they weren't chosen as the target the first time. You can get EMF levels off of certain ghost abilities, such as Phantom Roaming or Wraith Teleport, and you can tell the difference between them using a tier 3 EMF reader. When the Wraith uses its teleport ability, it will leave an EMF reading at the ghost's feet. However, when the Phantom uses its roam ability, the EMF level will be left near head height. Ghosts can sometimes disturb electronics, but not detect them. The range that the ghost interferes with electronics is 10 meters, however, the ghost detection is 7.5 meters. So if the ghost is within that 2.5 meter range of being too far away, it will not detect them. This can confuse players with yokai, so make sure to always double check your ghost is a yokai before you leave. There are certain ghosts that can't do certain abilities, interactions, or ghost events inside of the game. Let's go over a few of them. Shades are not able to do singing ghost events. Onis cannot do the air.
Right, so if you have a singing ghost event, so when it starts singing like Ring a Ring of Roses and shit like that, it's not going to be whatever it was.
Or ghost events inside of the game. Let's go over a few of them.
What was it, a shade?
Shades are not able to do singing ghost events.
Yeah.
Onis cannot do the airball / mistform ghost event. Spirits can't hunt before 3 minutes after being smudged.
So spirits cannot hunt for 3 minutes if they've been smudged. So I've worked on this today. Okay. I've worked on this today. You're about to see. Okay. When I say you're about to see, you're about to see. So if we activate counters, right, I need to take that out of that folder and put it back at the top again. Where have I put it? Hmm. I'm not sure what's going on there. Okay, I need to fix that again. Anyway, we did have a counter. We did have a counter there. For some reason, it's not working now, but we did have one. So we're not going to worry about that. But anyway, so we have got a counter.
Wraiths can't walk through salt, Jinns can't turn off the breaker, and Hantus can't turn on the breaker. Mares
Right, so Jinns can't turn the breaker off and Hantus can't turn the breaker on.
can't turn on lights, and Yuris can't touch doors. Any door interaction that a Yuri does must either be fully opening it or fully closing it. Gorios can't change favorite rooms, and Shades can't do anything while a player is inside of the same.
What did I just miss? Agorio? Was it Agorio? Agorio cannot change rooms. So if it's in one room, it won't change room. That will be its ghost room. All of the others can still change rooms. But we just need to make sure we don't get it confused with Roman. So it could still just be Agorio if it's Roman. But it will never change the ghost room.
Same room as the ghost. This is not a full list of everything that ghosts can't do. However, it is a good place for you guys to start. There is more information inside of my Discord about more hidden ghost knowledge. It's best to set your crucifixes up inside of the ghost room and right outside of the ghost room, so that if the ghost tries to hunt you, it won't hunt you from behind and trap you inside of the ghost room. The last thing you want is to be trapped inside of the room by a ghost during a hunt. When looping the ghost, it's very important to know how to maintain your sprint. Hug the object that you're looping around and crouch behind certain objects. Learning how to maintain your sprint is key to surviving hunts when looping the ghost. Don't just waste all of your sprint immediately when looping the ghost if it isn't even speeding up yet. But once the ghost starts speeding up, try to maintain distance like I am in this video right here. Every single time that the Ouija board responds to a question asked by a player, the response will give an EMF level. This is good for getting EMF reading photos, but most importantly, you can ask questions that only drain 5% of your sanity, such as how old are you, and get EMF 5 easily if your ghost has EMF 5 as an evidence piece. If you're playing on Nightmare or Insanity difficulty, certain ghosts have forced evidence that they cannot choose as their hidden piece of evidence. Moroi and Diogen will always give Spirit Box, Gorio will always give dots, Hantu will always give freezing temperatures, and Obake will always give UV. The Mare has an ability where when you turn on a light within 4 meters of the ghost, it has a chance to immediately turn it off. This is very essential to testing for Mare on Nightmare, Insanity, and even no evidence. However, what many people don't know is that the breaker doesn't even have to be on to get this ability. You can get the Mare light switch ability even if the breaker is off or broken. In just one hunt, you can identify or rule out 17 of the 24 ghosts inside of the game. This is very important to know if you're interested in higher difficulties and your Apocalypse trophy. If you want to know how, I have a no evidence guide linked in the top of the description. If the ghost throws the book on either amateur, intermediate, or professional difficulty and it does not write inside of the book, then you can rule out ghost writing as possible evidence piece. This is because the ghosts are not able to throw the ghost writing book without writing in it if it has ghost writing as an evidence piece. You can force ghost events and ghost photos with certain cursed possessions. With the monkey paw, you just have to wish to see the ghost. With the music box, all you have to do is bring within 5 meters of the ghost while it's activated and the ghost will start a ghost event. With the summoning circle, all you need to do is light all of the candles. However, make sure you are above 80% sanity when you try to light the summoning circle or else it will not work. And for the tarot cards, you just need to pull the devil card. All of these things will give you an easy ghost event and it count towards the objective. Plus, you get a very easy ghost photo out of all of them. If the ghost sees you during a hunt, change your position before the next hunt begins. The ghosts have a 50% chance to remember your last known location that it saw you in, unless it's a revenant. The revenant will never remember your last known location. You can get UV evidence during ghost events and hunts. All you need is for the ghost model to walk over the salt, and you could check for UV immediately. When you're looping the ghost, you should put firelights down in the room that you're looping the ghost in. Not only does this increase visibility, but it also allows you to rule out a shade if the ghost blows out one of the firelights if you're in the same room as the ghost or while you're looping it. You can get both sound and video media on crucifix burns and firelight blowouts if you're fast enough. This will allow you to fill up your journal faster and not have to wait for multiple hunts or interactions in order to fill up your journal with all of the media. The Mimic is not able to mimic another ghost and copy their abilities until a minimum time of 1 minute has passed after opening the front door. This is very useful for level grinding and in no sanity, no evidence games. On top of this, if you're not the host of the lobby, then the blinks of the Mimic will always be normal. The only person in the lobby that can see a Mimic mimicking Phantom Blinks, Oni Blinks, and Obake Shapeshift is the host of the lobby. And lastly, ghost events can only happen if the ghost is on the same floor as you, and if a player is within 15 meters of the ghost. Not only does it give you good knowledge so you know where you have to be in order to get a ghost event, but it also lets you know that if you get ghost evented before you find the ghost room, then you're close to the ghost room. That is unfortunately be random. But once that target is dead, then the second target will always be the host if they weren't chosen as the target before you find the ghost room. Then if you've learned anything at all off of this, or you just enjoyed the video, then please consider liking it.
Right, so...
You can identify over half of the ghosts in Phasmophobia in a single hunt without using evidence, and the remaining 7 ghosts outside of a hunt. Let me show you how. Starting off with a spirit, all you need to do is start a timer right when you smudge the ghost. If it takes 3 minutes or more to hunt again after being smudged, you'll know it's a spirit. Every other ghost except for the demon will take 1 minute and 30 seconds to hunt again after being smudged. Moving on to the wraith, all you need to do is place salt in the ghost's path. If the ghost walks over the salt but doesn't leave any imprints, you'll know it's a wraith. The phantom is another easy test. All you need to do is take a photo of the ghost. If the ghost immediately disappears and doesn't show up in the photo, you'll know it's a phantom. Another way to identify the phantom is to watch for how often it blinks while hunting. The phantom is much harder to see, and this can take a while to get the hang of. So I'm going to put up a short comparison between the phantom and a normal ghost.
So this is a normal blink. And then this one is a phantom blink.
Moving on to the poltergeist, if you notice the ghost tossing multiple objects at the same time or throwing them extremely far while hunting, you'll know you're most likely dealing with a poltergeist. Other ghosts will not throw things as far or as often. The Jinn has an interesting ability where if it gains line of sight while far away, it'll speed up, but then when it catches up to you, it'll slow back down to normal speed. However, the only way you'll be able to watch for this ability is if the breaker is on. This one takes a bit more practice, so let me show you a quick comparison. Despite being one of the most dangerous ghosts, the Revenant is very easy to identify, being extremely slow with a speed value of 1, but only if it can't see you. The Revenant will go up to a speed value of 3 if it does see you, making it one of the fastest ghosts in Phasmophobia, but only if it has line of sight. Hello, hello, ghosty. It's slow. Okay. The demon is similar to the spirit in that the way you identify it is by starting a timer right when you smudge it. The demon regains the ability to hunt 1 minute after being smudged, as opposed to the spirit's 3 minutes. Again, every other ghost can hunt 1 minute and 30 seconds after being smudged, so if it hunts at all before that, you'll know it's a demon. The Oni can be hard to spot, but similar to the Phantom, you need to be watching to see how visible it is while hunting. The Oni is much more visible than normal ghosts, with a very quick blink while hunting. Again, here's a brief comparison. The yokai can be tricky to identify, but the easiest way to tell if it's a yokai is to hide near a spot where you know you can loop. Make sure there's some barrier between you and the ghost. The idea is to hide and use the comms or a flashlight to try to get the ghost's attention. With a low range of perception, the yokai will not be able to find you, whereas other ghosts will. A good way to practice this is to head to Tanglewood, crouch behind the kitchen counter and start speaking over the comms. Alternatively, you can use your flashlight to try to get the ghost's attention. If it doesn't find you, you'll know it's a yokai. The easiest way to identify the Hantu is to watch for the ghost giving off freezing breath while hunting. However, it will only do this if the breaker is off. The Hantu's speed will change depending on the temperature of the room it's in, being slower in warmer rooms, and faster in colder rooms, and the Hantu will never speed up with line of sight. Here's a quick comparison between the faster and the slower Hantu. The myling can be another tricky one to test for, as it's very quiet while hunting. The easiest way to test for a myling is to turn on a flashlight while a ghost is hunting. If you don't hear footsteps until your flashlight is being disrupted, you'll know it's a myling. It's worth noting that if the myling is on a different floor, you will still be able to hear muffled footsteps, so don't let that confuse you. The easiest way to identify the Raichu is to see if it speeds up around any of your electronics. Typically, this can be tested by using a flashlight and seeing if it speeds up while nearby. The twins can be identified by their speed. There's a faster twin which is 10% faster than a normal ghost, and a slower twin which is 10% slower than a normal ghost. When the twins decide to hunt, they send out either the faster twin or the slower twin. So here's a quick comparison between the faster twin, the slower twin, and a normal speed ghost.
Hi Wolf, how are you?
The Obake is another very easy ghost to identify, having the ability to change ghost models while hunting. Keep an eye out. If you see it shapeshift, you'll know it's an Obake. When it comes to the Moroi, its speed will directly correlate to how much sanity you have. The lower your sanity, the faster the Moroi will be. If you're at 0 sanity, the Moroi will be incredibly fast, and will not slow down at all like the Rev or the Dio. And you'll know it's not a Hantu if you don't see cold breath, but the Moroi can be easy to confuse with the Thay, but generally the Moroi will be slightly slower initially, and will also be repelled by a smudge stick for 7.5 seconds instead of the usual 5 seconds for any other ghost. Another easy way to differentiate the two is that the Moroi will speed up with line of sight, whereas the Thay will not. Here's a brief comparison between the speed of the Moroi and the speed of the Thay, starting at 0 sanity and upon entering the map for the first time. The easiest way to identify the Dio gen is by seeing if it slows down a ton when it's close to you. When it catches up to you, the Dio will turn into the slowest ghost, but it will be incredibly fast when you're far away from it. The Dio gen knows where you are at all times, even when hiding. The only way to survive a Dio gen is by looping it, which is very easy. The Thay will be incredibly fast upon first entering the map, but as you spend time in the ghost room, the Thay will slowly age and weaken over time, becoming incredibly slow. But if you're strictly speedrunning, the Thay will always be incredibly fast, and will not speed up with line of sight. Just make sure it's not a Moroi. The list so far totals to 17 ghosts that you can identify in a single hunt. There is also a cheat sheet you can use that allows you to play different footstep speeds. If you want to check that out, that'll be in the description. Once you've ruled out all of those ghosts, there are still 7 ghosts remaining that are a bit more difficult to identify, but here are the easiest ways to identify them, and typically, it involves the process of elimination. Starting with the Banshee, this one takes a bit of persistence, but what you'll want to do is hold out a paramic. The Banshee has a unique scream that can only be heard through the paramic, and that no other ghost can do. This is what it sounds like.
So, I think I watched a video earlier, there was like 20 different screams that a Banshee could do. I don't know how many this is going to go through, but we'll find out.
Persistence, but what you'll want to do is hold out a paramic. The Banshee has a unique scream that can only be heard through the paramic, and that no other ghost can do. This is what it sounds like. Now, RNG can mess with this a bit, so typically I give the ghost 3 to 5 chances to respond on the paramic, just to see if that unique scream ever comes through. If I get mostly whispers or any other noise, I'll usually rule out the Banshee. It's also worth noting that the Banshee does a lot of singing events. So if you're getting a lot of those types of events, you might suspect it's a Banshee. The Mare takes some persistence as well, but I usually guess Mare once ruling out every other ghost. The Mare cannot turn on lights, so if you ever see the ghost turn on a light, you'll know it's not a Mare. The Mare is also a bit of an early hunter, being able to hunt at 60% sanity in the dark, as opposed to most other ghosts' 50%. If a light is on near a Mare, the average sanity it will be able to hunt at drops to 40%. And lastly, the Mare has a unique ability where it will sometimes immediately turn off a light switch after you've turned it on. Here's an example of that. The Shade is another ghost that I usually guess by the process of elimination. If the ghost ever hunts in the same room as you, you can rule out the Shade. The Shade will only hunt if it's not near you, and won't do events in the same room as you either. Not only that, but it won't do any interactions that result in EMF, writing, or blowing out the firelight if it's in the same room as you. Other than that, you can usually tell it's a Shade if it's generally not as active as most other ghosts. The eerie can become very tricky to identify, but it does have a few unique abilities you can watch for. The main thing to watch for is any doors being slammed or double touched. When the eerie does this, it will drain your sanity by 15%. Here's an example of that. The eerie also has the ability to interact with the front door outside of an event or a hunt. These abilities aren't always reliable to wait for, so I typically guess the eerie by the process of elimination. Moving on to my least favorite ghost in the game, the Goryo. The Goryo is the only ghost that can't change its favorite room, so with no evidence, the Goryo is basically impossible to identify without ruling out every other ghost. But you'll know it's not a Goryo if the ghost ever changes its favorite room. The Onryo has a simple test where if you light a candle next to a crucifix, it won't be able to use the crucifix without first blowing out the candle. The candle essentially acts as a secondary crucifix. Not only that, but if an Onryo ever blows out a total of 3 candles in succession, it has the ability to hunt immediately after doing so, no matter what your sanity is at. And the last ghost on this list is the Mimic. The Mimic has a very easy test. All you need to do is check the ghost's favorite room for orbs. The Mimic will always have ghost orbs, even if you have all the evidence turned off. That's all for now. Let me know if this video has helped you. If it did, make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Alright, listen up. If you've been cruising through amateur, braving professional, and now you're eyeing up nightmare, this video is for you. So today, I'm breaking down everything you need to safely and confidently move from professional to nightmare. How to stay alive, how to identify the ghost with missing evidence, and how to avoid the biggest mistakes that wipe out new players. Alright, so now we're in Tanglewood Drive. I am using tier 3 items. Doesn't matter what tier you're using, it might just be a little bit harder for you. Now the first thing you might notice is that your sanity and your activity monitor are broken. So you won't be able to see your sanity and you can't see the activity. But the most important thing is that if you see on this map here, the breaker does not show up. So what I would suggest doing is understanding where all the fuse box breaker spawns are on what map you're playing, so you're not looking around and running all over the place looking for the breaker. But like any other game of Phas, we're going to want to grab our loadout and we're going to want to find the ghost room. The breaker is off, so what we want to do is turn on the breaker. Breaker is in garage, so we'll turn that on. And now that the house is warming up because the breaker is on, we're going to want to look for the ghost room using our thermometer. Okay, we can see here that the temps are going way down. This is 7.8, but outside of here, it jumps up to 16. So this is definitely the ghost room. So we're going to grab some evidence. So we're going to grab a camera, dots, and a writing book. So let's place down our book right here. We got a hiding spot here, which is great.
Good evening, Cindy.
Okay, let's turn
How
off
are
the
you?
light here and check for ghost orbs. So you see how we're not getting any ghost orbs? Since this is nightmare mode and the ghost hides one piece of evidence, we can't rule out ghost orbs. If it was professional and it didn't have ghost orbs, we could just rule it out, but we can't do that here. So let's grab some more evidence. We'll grab a UV salt to check for footprints, and we'll just grab our spirit box. Okay, let's check. We got UV, so we could cross that out. Let's check for spirit box over here. Are you here? Where are you? Talk to me. Are you friendly? Are you angry? Are you... Talk to me. Are you here? No spirit box so far, so we'll just throw that on the ground there. I'm gonna want to bring in a crucifix. I don't know what my sanity is gonna be at, so we're gonna want to be careful about that. Now the cursed objects does still spawn on Nightmare, so we could always use that if we wanted to. So you saw it creak that door open. Actually, Yuri's can't do that. When Yuri's touch a door, they can't creak it. They could only fully open it or fully close it. So we could actually just rule out Yuri if we didn't have ultraviolet. Look at that. Freezing temperatures. We have only 4 ghosts that it could be. Mimic, Tontu, Demon, or Jinn. We can rule out the Mimic. We didn't get any ghost orbs. Now, that's what you want to be careful about, because we're on Nightmare, right? So the ghost always hides one evidence, but the Mimics have fake ghost orbs. So if you see ghost orbs plus ultraviolet, say freezing temperatures, then you could know it's a Mimic, because that's the only ghost that could have technically 3 evidence. So these ones are pretty easy. Jinn. So for the Jinn, if you're farther than 3 meters and the breaker's on, the Jinn will speed up to catch up to you. It'll be like a mini Revenant, but then it'll slow back down to normal speed. A Hantu, its speed depends on what temperature the room is. If the temperature is very cold, it will be super fast, and if the temperatures are warm, it'll get slower. So like if it spawns in this ghost room, it'll be super fast, but once it goes out of the ghost room, it'll start slowing down. The demon special ability is that they could hunt at any insanity. Also, if you smudge them, they could hunt after 30 seconds, so the usual 1 minute and 30. This is where your ghost knowledge is going to be very important. Like I said, there is a ghost guide video I have on my channel. You can watch that. So what we're going to want to do now is get hunted. We'll say if it turned off the breaker, we could rule out a Jinn, because Jinns cannot turn off the breaker, and Hantus, they can't turn on the breaker. But instead of waiting for that to happen, we are just going to get hunted. Now, I did forget to say, some ghosts do have force evidence. Like an Obake always has to have ultraviolet. So if you were playing on Insanity with only 1 evidence, it has to be ultraviolet for Obake. Hantus has to be freezing. I do go over that in my ghost guide. There is a cheat sheet in the description. We're going to start gambling with her life here. Highest Priestess, Fool. That's unfortunate. Tower. Hermit. That just means a ghost is in this ghost room. Can't move. Moon. Wheel of Fortune. We have even more sanity, I'm pretty sure. So it's hunting us. It sounds normal speed. Not a Hantu. I don't think it did a Jinn ability. See how slow it is? I mean, we could test it again here. I'll stand in this corner. Actually, we'll have to wait. So we can rule out a Hantu. We are going to want to check for... That's just a ghost event. Go back to your damn room. Doing a lot of activities. Oh, it is hunting me. So it didn't speed up. So it's not a Jinn. What we could also do is... Come here. See, that didn't speed up. So, it's a demon. Didn't speed up and slowed back down. It looks like it's just a demon. It's getting line of sight of me too. Line of sight speed. So we can leave the house. See if I'm correct. It was a demon.
Welcome back.
Alright.
Some jobs ready for you.
So let's do one more game of Nightmare. We're gonna just stay on Tanglewood Drive. Now, if you're on...
Show off, right?
By the end of this video, you're going to know how to identify every single ghost with no evidence in Phasmophobia. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or an experienced player. I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about each ghost to successfully complete your no evidence games. Let's get right into it, and let's start it off strong with the spirit. To test for a spirit on no evidence, you want to smudge the ghost and start a timer immediately when you do so.
I think we watched that one, right? New fastest way to level up in Phasmophobia. We want to level up, right?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Max here, and welcome back to the Phasmophobia video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing off my new version of the 12.97x strategy on Camp Woodwind, and this is by far the fastest way to level up inside of this game. It is very, very different to the old strategy that you guys saw that I made 2 years ago, that everyone uses now, that involves looping around the picnic tables and everything like that. We are going to be utilizing media and also smudge sticks, most importantly, during this strategy. I'm going to be showing you guys everything you need to know about the strategy right now. However, let's go ahead and go over the custom settings and your loadout first. So for the custom settings, it's basically the exact same as the last one. Starting sanity is at 0. Sanity pool restoration is 0. Sanity drain speed at 200. Sprinting off. Player speed 100. Flashlights off. Lose items and consumables on. Ghost speed 100. However, if you are an advanced player or you're used to 150, you can do 150, obviously. Roaming frequency high. I'm sorry about that. Changing favorite rooms high. Activity level low. Event frequency low. Friendly ghost off. Grace period 0. Hunt duration medium. This is very, very, very important. Keep this on medium. Do not change this. Do not change this at all. Kills extend hunt off. Evidence given 0. Startup time 0. Weather windy. Keep this on windy. Do not change this off windy.
Yeah, go force, I believe, is what Bilbo was on about yesterday to me.
Starter contract broken, and the cursed possessions quantity 0. I also want to point out real quick, go to your video settings, skylight. If this is set to off, turn it on. You are going to see so much better, I promise you. You are going to notice a difference. And for the strategy, the best instance to use is the tier 3, so I'm going to be showcasing that right now and showing off what the tier 3 instance looks like in the strategy. However, if you only have the tier 2 or the tier 1, that will also work. It will just look a little bit different to the one that I'm going to be showcasing off right now. Now, this strategy does get easier with multiple people. So solo is going to be the hardest that the strategy is, but if you guys can find even a duo partner, a trio is really, really effective, and a quad is even more effective. But solo is the hardest way to do the strategy. But let's go ahead and hop right into it, and I'm going to showcase off exactly what to do. Alright, so now that we are inside of the map, right now inside of the truck, I'm going to show you guys step by step exactly what you want to do the strategy so you guys don't mess anything up. Open up the van, grab the key, and let's take a look at the objectives here, just so I can explain some of them. We're never going to get crucifix using the strategy, so never bring in a crucifix. We're going to always get the incense and also firelight. This is going to be like a 50-50 kind of thing. So we're going to go ahead, and you're going to bring in 3 inventories of items here, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what to do and where to put those. So the first inventory is going to be a video camera, a photo camera, and a sound recorder. You're going to walk up to the gate right here.
You got your baited. You got your baited. Baited. Baited.
You just got your baited. Thank you. Thanks, Chloe, for debating.
Open it up, and you want to throw these basically in the same area. However, don't put them right on top of each other. Next up, you're going to grab an EMF, turn that on, throw it outside of the van. Motion sensor, salt, and a firelight. Grab a lighter. Turn on the firelight, and you're going to juggle these inside. There you go. I'm going to actually throw this EMF off to the left because that's where the placement is going to be. And the starting items that we're going to start with is the salt, motion sensor, and the firelight. The last inventory of things that we want is our 3 incense, no matter what tier it is, because this is going to save our life during the strategy. We are not looping it around the picnic table or the benches, whatever. We are just going to be sitting right here at the start, basically the entire time for the strategy. So when you go inside, pick up the salt, motion sensor, and the firelight. Put down the salt, put down the motion sensor, and put down the firelight. EMF and photo camera basically go right on top of each other there because those are for the end of the hunt. There's the bone right there, so we are going to grab a photo of that after the hunt and pick it up, but we're not going to worry about that right away. We are going to wait out the hunt first. So we have our 1 incense, our video camera, and our sound recorder. These are very, very important as we're going to be grabbing as much media as we can during the hunt here because it adds so much XP to your game. It's actually insane. On average, I get about 800 marks P per game just using this strategy, which I find to be easier to actually gather all the media for. You can create your own version kind of around like the picnic tables. However, it's really, really bad with line of sight. So I would just recommend this. Now, the ghost is hunting. Steps over that. We're going to get hunting ghost. Gonna grab another one of these. It's going to walk over the next salt. Smudge it. We got disturbed salt. We're going to pick this up again. Obviously, the ghost is not anything good. We're going to do that. I forgot to get the hunting audio, but you know what? That's okay. Usually, you're going to want to get the hunting audio. I just mistimed it, and I completely forgot about it. Photo of EMF reader, bone. You got 2 things, and usually you'd have the hunting ghost audio. But unfortunately, I messed up this one. So basically, that is the entire strategy. You are going to keep the ghost smudged the entire time. And I don't know what the ghost was. You're not... So you can only identify 14 of the 24 ghosts with the hunt using the strategy. So I'm going to guess Yuri here because that is my go-to ghost to guess with. And it is an Onryo. So we got 500 XP without getting the ghost. But we're going to go inside of the thing again. And I'm going to do this in basically real time, as if I wasn't recording. This is what a normal run looks like for me, where hopefully you guys are going to get to see the yield of the ghost whenever we get the ghost correct. So, first inventory is inside. We're going to pick up these things now, and we're going to go ahead and throw these into there. Throw EMF off to the side over there, and we're going to grab our 3 incense next and put those inside. That is a firelight. I don't want a firelight. So there's all that. Pick up these, obviously, as I showed. There's the bone right there. So we're going to go ahead and grab that after the hunt. Going to grab that. All right, so we have our video camera, our incense, and our sound recorder. I don't like the order that these are in, so I'm going to go ahead and change that inside of my inventory. So yeah. Now we're going to wait right here and wait for the ghost to hunt as we did in the last one that you just saw. And we're basically doing the exact same thing, and hopefully this time the ghost will be identifiable. So you guys can see the insane
Josh
amount of XP that we
and
get per
Bill,
run.
but will be playing a game
What
soon.
kind of things do we have? Repel, escape, capture photo. So yeah, we can get basically
I just need to try and get it
everything here.
organized.
If the ghost is a good one and I can showcase off all the objectives, the bone, and hopefully...
He said,
as
like,
full
even
of
OM, like,
input as we
OM
can
turned around and
possibly
said
get.
yesterday he's
If
more
the
than
ghost
happy
wants
to
do
play, you
anything
know.
and hunt anytime soon. Hello? Alright, so the ghost is not hunting, so my guess... Oh, never mind. It's a fast one. Alright, so I'm going to throw that down. I'm going to grab a thing of the hunting ghost. I'm going to quickly grab my next smudge and be ready for this. So there's that disturbed salt. I was unable to get a video of that. Alright, and then the next one you're going to do is you're going to get an audio of that. And I'm just going to hide real quick. Alright, so there's that. And then next you're going to get a photo of the bone as well. So we got a audio, a video, and 2 photos. Usually you'll be able to get the disturbed salt and the motion sensor. I just mistimed everything because I'm pretty bad. Then you get the 3 objectives here. So I'm going to say that was a Thay because it was fast. It was not smudged for Moroi time. And it was not... I didn't see the Hantu freezing breath. So we're going to go ahead and guess Thay. And we're going to hope that we are right so you guys can see the yield that the strategy can bring. There's a Thay. 5,400 XP there for all the objectives, the bone, and I missed 2 media that you usually get. So yeah, that is 5,400 XP right there. I think if you are... I'm not 100% sure about this, but this would be like a full level, even if you're like in your 60s or like 70s here. So if you are trying to prestige, obviously the strategy is very, very, very good. If you are, you know, like me and you're trying to just push up as high level as you possibly can, this strategy is also very, very, very
Should we
good
do
for
this
that.
just to build money
This is
for
the
the
best
fun
way
of
to
it?
level up inside of the video game. Now, I know that this can be a little daunting for newer players because you don't actually loop it, and you have to make sure everything is like timed perfectly. You can make your own strategy around the picnic tables using this if you want, or at least grabbing some, you know, pieces of media and everything like that. But this strategy only gets easier with multiple people. So, say if you're a duo, have someone like smudging all the time, while
Thanks
someone
for
else
the
grabs
gifted
media.
sub, Chloe.
If you're a trio, you can have someone smudging, someone grabs a sound recorder,
Thanks
someone
for the
grabs video
gifted.
cam.
The one
You know,
gifted
if you're
sub,
a
appreciate you.
quartet, you can have photo camera duty, sound recorder duty, video camera duty, and smudge duty. Like, it only gets easier. But just make sure you guys are looking out for identifying the ghost. But basically, that is all I have to showcase this video. If you guys please go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button,
I was
and
a
also
bit
consider
late
joining the
pushing it.
Discord down in the description below. We are building a wonderful community over there on Discord. And I also do stream multiple times a week, starting at 5 p.m. Eastern.
Should we
over
try
on
and
Twitch.
give this
Link to
one a
that is-
go? Should we try and give that a go and see what happens? It's literally just going in and getting evidence, right? It's not going to be hard. It doesn't matter if we don't get a ghost, like, correct. We just need to make sure we don't die. Should we try? I think we should. Oh, we're going to. We're going to. We're going to try, and we're just going to be leveling up our XP. Well, try to. Try to.
However, let's go ahead and go over the custom settings and your loadout first. So for the custom settings,
So number one, pause it because I need to get set up, okay? Right, single player custom. Right.
it's basically
Start insanity 0. Sanity pill 0.
the exact same as the last one. Starting sanity is at 0. Sanity pill restoration 0. Sanity drain speed at 200. Sprinting off. Player speed 100. Flashlights off. Lose items and consumables on. Ghost speed 100. However, if you are an advanced player or you're used to 150, you can do 150. Obviously, roaming frequency high. I'm sorry about that. Changing favorite rooms high, activity level low, event frequency low, friendly ghost off, grace period 0, hunt duration.
Bro, slow down.
Or you're used to 150, you can do 150. Obviously, roaming frequency high. I'm sorry about that. Changing favorite rooms high, activity level low, event frequency low, friendly ghost off, grace period 0, hunt duration medium. This is very, very, very important. Keep this on medium. Do not change this. Do not change this at all. Kills extend hunt off. Evidence given 0. Setup time 0. Weather windy. Keep this on windy. Do not change this off windy.
Shit.
Door starting open high. Number of hiding places none. Sanity monitor off. Activity monitor
Wait,
off.
bro. Man needs to slow down a bit. Jesus Christ.
Given 0. Setup time 0. Weather windy. Keep this on windy. Do not change.
Right. Keep the weather on windy. Do not change it from windy. Okay. Door starting open high.
Change this off windy. Door starting open high. Number of hiding places none. Sanity monitor off. Activity monitor off. Fuse box and starter contract broken. And the cursed possessions quantity 0. I also want to point out real quick. Go to your video settings. Skylight. If this is set to off, turn it on. You are going to see so much better. I promise you. You are going to notice a difference. And for the strategy, the best instance to use is the tier 3. So I'm going to be showcasing that right now and showing off what the tier
make
3
sure skylight's
looks
on.
like in the strategy.
However,
if you only have the tier 2 or the
Right.
tier 1, that will also work. It will just look a little bit different to the one that I'm going to be
Do I have
showcasing
level
off
3
right
incense?
Now,
No.
the strategy does get
We can
easier
use level 2 though.
with multiple
Cool.
people. So solo is going to be the hardest that the strategy is.
So we
but
need
you
to
guys
add
can
it all.
find even a duo partner. A trio is really, really effective, and a quad is even more effective. But this is
Right, so... Wait, but he never used the dots, did he? He never used the dots, did he? He used salt. Right, we're going to take the incense. That's fine. He used the salt. I'm only going to put in what he used, yeah? Wait, bro. Stop mocking me, Chloe. Stop mocking me.
solo is the hardest way to do the strategy. But let's go ahead and hop right into it, and I'm going to showcase off exactly what to do.
Right, we're just going to see what...
All right, so now that we are inside of the map right
equipment
now,
he's
inside of the
using.
truck, I'm going to show you guys step by step exactly what you want to do the strategy so you guys don't...
Right. You know what? I need to write this down. I'm gonna need to write this down. We are going to spend an hour dying, but gaining XP at the same time, okay? I can't write it down. I ain't got a pen. My pen's gone for a walk. So we're going to have to use WordPad or Notepad or whatever it is I bloody use these days. I got a pen. I've got no paper, but I got a pen. I've got an envelope. An envelope will do.
Mess
Right.
anything up. Open up the van, grab the
Let's
key,
do
and
this.
take a look at the objectives here, just so I can explain some of them. We're never going to get crucifix using the strategy, so never bring in a crucifix. We're going to always get the incense and also firelight. This is going to be like a 50-50 kind of thing. So we're going to go ahead and you're going to bring in 3 inventories of items here.
Right.
And I'm going to show you guys exactly what to do and where to put those. So the first inventory is going to be a video camera, a photo camera, and a sound recorder. You're going to walk up to the gate right here. Open it up, and you want to throw these basically in the same area. However, don't put them right on top of each other. Next up, you're gonna grab an EMF, turn that on, throw it outside of the van. Motion sensor, salt, and a firelight. Grab a lighter, turn on the firelight, and you're gonna.
What the fuck? I've already got a headache. I can't keep up with this guy.
Open it up, and you want to throw these basically in the same area. However, don't put them right on top of each other.
EMF.
Next up, you're gonna grab an EMF, turn that on, throw it outside of the van. Motion sensor, salt, and a firelight. Grab a lighter.
Salt.
Turn on the firelight, and you're gonna juggle these inside.
Firelight.
There you go. I'm gonna actually throw this EMF off to the left because that's where the placement is gonna be. And the starting items that we're gonna start with is the salt, motion sensor, and the firelight. The last inventory of things that we want is our 3 incense, no matter what tier it is. Because this is going to save our life during the strategy. We are not looping it around the picnic table or the benches, whatever. We are just going to be sitting right here at the start, basically the entire
We're trying new things here.
So when you go inside, pick up the salt, motion sensor, and the firelight. Put down the salt, put down the motion sensor, and put down the firelight. EMF and photo camera basically go right on top of each other there because those are for the end of the hunt. There's the bone right there, so we are going to grab a photo of that after the hunt and pick it up, but we're not going to worry about that right away. We are going to wait out the hunt first. So we have our 1 incense, our video camera, and our sound recorder. These are very, very important as we're going to be grabbing as much media as we can during the hunt here because it adds so much XP to your game.
Right, wait. But couldn't we not just put the camera onto a tripod and have the tripod there and just let that record? No. We can't, because you need to be in the truck for that to record. And we're not going to be in the truck because we're going to be in the middle of a hunt. So cancel what I said, okay? We're not doing that.
It's actually insane. On average, I get about 800 marks per game just using the strategy, which I find to be easier to actually gather all the media for. You can create your own version kind of around like the picnic tables. However, it's really, really bad with line of sight. So I would just recommend this.
Right, it's hunting.
Now, the ghost is hunting. Left over that, we're going to get hunting ghost. Going to grab another one of these. It's going to walk over the next salt, smudge it. We got disturbed salt. We're going to pick this up again. Obviously, the ghost is not anything good. We're going to do that. I forgot to get the hunting audio, but you know what? That's okay. Usually, you're going to want to get the hunting audio. I just mistimed it, and I completely forgot about it. Photo of EMF reader, bone. You got 2 things, and usually you'd have the hunting ghost audio.
Right.
But unfortunately, I messed up this one.
We're going to go for it, and we're just going to see what happens, okay? We are literally going to see what happens. We're not going to have the death counter on. We're not going to be using correctly identified because that is just going to be an absolute shit show for tonight. Are we ready? Right. I've got my list. I need a video camera. Just one of those. That will do. I need 1. EMF, which is going to be difficult because I don't have EMF 3 and I don't really have the money to upgrade to an EMF 3. I don't have the money to upgrade to an EMF 3. So we're going to have to attempt to use an EMF 2 and see if it does the same thing. So we just want one of those. I don't know why I'm there. I need to look for my video camera. I've got my one video camera. I need my one photo camera. Just one photo camera. I need a sound recorder. I do have sound recorders. Interesting. Right. One EMF. I've got one motion sensor. It's not the motion sensor we need, but we're gonna go for it anyway, okay? Because I'm not that good. Salt. We only need one salt. Fuck it. Firelight. I mean, it's not the same firelight. Fuck it. Incense. I don't know why I'm doing this. I suppose it's making good content. Fuck. Look how empty this truck is. Detect a sound with a parabolic mic. No, because I've not brought one with me. That's fine. We can do this one, and I don't know if we're going to be successful with this. Right. So, video camera, photo camera, sound recorder. Right. Photo camera. Video camera, photo camera, there. Right. Remember, it doesn't matter if we don't correctly identify. Because we're not bothered about that today. Okay. There's already a fucking ghost event. Oh my god, chat. Right, second. EMF, we need to turn it on. Doesn't matter. We're just going to throw it out the truck. Just there. Perfect. Right, we need motion, salt, and a firelight. Motion sensor, salt, and a firelight. But I didn't bring the fucking igniter with me. I was meant to bring the igniter with me. Perfect. Love that for us. It's fine. It's fine. We do hate it. We do hate it. We really hate it. But if it's gonna allow us to get some money and XP, then why not, hey? I'm really confused already. Where's my camera gone? Where's my photo camera gone? Oh, it's there. I am not ready for you yet. I still need to put my salt down. Can you stop? Just stop. Just literally stop and give me 2 seconds to set up. not ready. I'm not ready. Look, no, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. It was a demon.
Welcome back.
Look, I got nothing from that. Nothing. Because I wasn't ready for it to start hunting. Wrong button. I wasn't ready for that. We wasn't ready for that. Right. Back to the beginning. Video camera 1. Tier 3 will do perfectly. Thank you. Photo camera 1. Where's photo camera? Oh, it's in camera order. Sound recorder 1. EMF 1. Motion sensor 1. Salt. I mean, we always want maximum salt. We ain't got any. Firelight. Remind me. Igniter. Firelight. Incense. Right, we need to speed up. We need to speed up a bit this time, okay? We're on a time limit. Right. Video camera, photo camera, sound recorder, right. Video camera, you're here. Photo camera, you're here. Sound recorder, you're here. Right. In there. Go. Out there. Open the gate. Great. Take your time at opening the gate, mate. Fucking hell. Right, throw that down. Throw that down. I've done the one thing they told you not to do, which was throw it all on top of each other. Great start. EMF, turn it on, chuck it outside the van. We're not bothered about that for now. Motion sensor, salt, firelight. Igniter. Yeah. Yeah. Great. No, I've not got me incense and it's hunting already. We're not down for this. We're not cut out for this. How was that a shade?
I've got some jobs ready for you.
I was still setting up. Shall I add setup time? Shall I actually add some setup time on as well? Just give me like a few seconds setup time, you know? Like, look, it lowers our rewards a little bit. But that's minor. Just give me 100 seconds to set up. There's nothing wrong with that, is there?
Alright, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation. The ghost here seems to be linked to a cursed object. Let's take a closer look.
Oh, look. I've not got any setup time anyway. It's not giving me any setup time. Did I even apply it? EMF. Chuck you straight out. Motion sensor. Salt. Firelight. Right, should have kept that one. What would be good is if it would hunt before I've gone in. So basically it's the way how I've set up the custom game. So, like, when we actually eventually get evidence and everything, I'll get more XP, which means more money. But this is very stressful. This is meant to be a bit of fun, and all I'm doing is actually wasting money because I keep dying. So I'm just going to listen for now. We're just going to listen. Hunt, you piece of shit. I should have turned the microphone off so I didn't hear that. Now I am going to get hunted like a bitch. As soon as I walk in. You've ended up on this game? Bro. I'm doing some random fucking shit that I have just watched on YouTube. And I'm not doing good so far. Right, we're gonna go for it. Salt, down. I forgot my EMF. I need my EMF. Yeah, mate, just send me the, send me an invite code. Send me an invite code, and as soon as I've done this, we'll crack on with it. Right, chat, it's hunting, it's hunting. No, it's not. It's just a ghost event. It's not hunting. It's a ghost event. That was a very long ghost event. That was a very long ghost event. There are objects being thrown as well. Maybe it's a wraith. Because it's not actually made its way through the salt yet. So it could be a wraith already, you know. But it's also throwing a fair bit. It's throwing it from over here. There's something happening over there. But I can't quite work out where. Just take a random photo. The thing is, like, I don't want to die. Because that kind of defeats the whole object, right? But I know as soon as I step in, it's gonna hunt. And then I'm gonna die because I'm not gonna be quick enough at switching things, you know? Unless I play about with my pockets first. Haha, that's an idea. Right. So we want to start off with that. I'm not bothered about that. No, I need you. Get back here. You don't count. Right. That didn't go to plan. Camera. Right. So, incense camera. Incense camera. Incense camera. Incense camera. Incense camera. That's easy. So we'll just start with the incense. We'll smudge and then we'll pull the camera out, right? Fuck that off. Incense camera. Easy. Let's do this. I'm not ready. Let's grow some balls. Come on. I'm ready now. I'm ready now. Come hunt me. Come hunt me. Come on. I'm not scared of you. Ow. I know what ghost that is. I already know what ghost that is, okay? That is a poltergeist. Fuck the evidence. It's not a poltergeist. It's not a poltergeist. I'm telling you, it's not. That was just me saying it. It's just to feel good in myself. It was a myling.
I've got some jobs ready for you.
Hey, I got media though. I got something. 192 is better than nothing, right? Right. Let's leave that. We are going into multiplayer.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Where is he? Where the fuck is he? Do. So this is all I need to do for the week, by the way. So for today, I need to get a unique ghost photo. So that's easy. I've learned that we can use the summon the demonic circle thing with the candles around. Summoning. We can use the summoning circle for that. That's fine. That's not an issue. Weekly tasks, on the other hand, capture 10 unique UV photos, collect 15 bones, and complete challenge mode in 42 Edgefield. He's on Discord. Oh, he needs to hurry up, doesn't he? Right, so what we need to do now is we need to enable counters. Because we need to enable counters. Why my counters are now hidden behind the game is beyond me. There we go. Shall we see if this one's working now? Hey! And we've got a clock. Now we're ready. Scroll up. Drop me a message on Discord as I am streaming. I've dropped him a message. I've dropped the man a message. He's not wearing his Christmas hat. I am not happy. Shall we jump scare him? Shall we jump scare him?
It's got UV.
Shall we?
EMF 5. It could very much be a djinn here. I might be able to.
Shall we do it? Shall we do it, shall?
Using temperatures for djinn, spirit box don't matter, ghost writing, keys, car, and I mean, I'm not using this because this will kill my sanity, like completely kill it. That can just lay there. I think we might have ourselves a djinn here. Don't need that. Didn't even use it.
Shall we? Shall we do it? Shall we do it? Shall we?
Of that.
Shall we send him a jump scare? Just for the shits and gigs. Yay or nay, chat? Yay or nay? What are we saying?
Check for temperatures. 0, freezing temperatures, djinn. Oh shit.
Chloe, shall we send a jump scare through?
Take a photo of that. Vehicle. That. Freeze fits, cleanse your need a ghost for an instant.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
No.
We're doing it. Okay? We're doing it. I'm pushing it right now.
Is that done? I'm getting out. We died last game. I ain't got my ghost counter up. Sugar. River. I went to go hiccup at the same time and you caught me off guard. No. Scared the shit out of me. Press the earth. I appreciate the bits. Thank you. No, got yourself a djinn. Media, fingerprint, EMF. Yeah, we're getting out. We ain't staying around for that.
Let's
We're
resub
not
to him.
dying today. No way, Jose.
We've resubbed.
Right, Tanglewood is just such an easy one just to thing me. For me, it helps because with Tanglewood, yeah, I'm actually starting to learn quite a bit with ghost stuff. Like, it just kind of like floats off the brain now when it comes to ghosts. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not perfect and I get every ghost right every time, but like, for me, wait there, actually. Hey.
What? Where's my super suit? What? Where is my super suit?
Hi.
Resubbed, D.
Hey, I appreciate that, River, a lot. Thank you. Thank you for the sub. Means a lot. Don't have to do it though. I just am here for the sake of being here and streaming this game for the love of this game.
He's started another fucking
no
game.
ghost orb in there.
He started
No
another
ghost
game.
orb in there. In here, nope.
He started another
That's
game.
Ghost orb, or is that? It's definitely ghost orb.
It's a good job too,
Right, okay.
because
mimic,
I need to
maybe.
restart the game myself.
Kind of sit like that, I presume, for now. EMF, that. Please, breaker, please just be in here. Perfect. Love when the breaker's in there. Okay, it is on a crazy one. What's the EMF saying? Go on, give us EMF 5. Give us EMF 5 from like the start here, and it just all unfolds into absolute
It doesn't want
perfection.
to give you EMF 5, okay? Just
I've
saying.
gathered a list of other hunters asking for help.
That crucifix. So let's say I used it. Right, I don't think it's a mare, because a mare would not turn the light on if he wanted to hunt, right? The mares hunt better, or yeah.
A mare would
I don't
turn
think
it
it's a mare,
off. If you turn it on, the mare would turn it off.
Where are you? Right, spirit box. Could
Why
be
do
a
you make so much noise all the time?
Could be the mimic here. Potentially mimic. I mean, I'll take a mimic. I don't mind them. They're annoying as anything, but if I was a ghost, I think I'd be the mimic because I'm just annoying. Just am an annoying person. Salt there, salt there, salt there. That. Put a book down.
Right.
EMF2. Is it touched that at all? No, that's the dots. You know, these doors. No.
Chat, I'm gonna feed the cats
No.
quickly whilst he's playing.
Footprint there. Yeah, you're good. I'll do this game and then I'll join. Oh, there's a footprint there. That was horrible. That tricked me there, but it's the dots. Alright, freezing maybe? 1.9. 3. Not too sure. Not too sure what this could be. Don't think it's a mare because it would not turn on the lights if it's a mare, because mares hunt better in the dark. Like, yeah, it would literally be, like doing itself dirty by turning that light on. I mean, we can... Don't think it's a mare. I'll happily sit here now and say I don't think it's a mare. Gonna potentially be. Can it be ghostwriting? Ghostwriting for a mare. Well, I don't think it's a mare, so I'm gonna get rid of ghostwriting. Ultraviolet is useless unless it's a mimic. Freezing temperatures or dots. EMF 5 doesn't matter. Right. Most likely going to be freezing temperatures, I'll be honest with you. 1.8. 1. Unless it's touched. If there's fingerprints
chat,
on
I'm
this
back.
door, then that's a mimic. I don't think it is. I think it's an Onryo. Right. What we're going to do here is we need to get pictures. Something's just throwing. Right. Okay. Picture that. EMF reading. Cursed object. What is it going to be music box or is it? That's if there is a cursed object. Not always guaranteed a cursed object. Nothing there. There's our cursed object. Tarot cards. Perfect. Skull. Is that around here?
I'm down. I'm more than happy to
Another
do
photo
Tangle
if
with
we can
solo runs
find
as
that.
well. Well, Tangle with
I don't know
runs.
why I'm trying to go out my way to look for it because it's an extra like $10. I don't think it's here.
What's he looking
Is
for?
it? It's not there. Did I pick it up? I don't think I did. What the freak? Scared the shit out of me. Skull's not there. In here, there it is. It's not a skull, it's a rib cage. No, 'cause that's a normal thing you find every day in a house, just a rib cage lying around. I'm not even gonna attempt to do them. Not even worth it. Right, we have got ourselves an embryo. Get out. So like stuff like that, like the light turning on. A mare hunts better in the dark. So if it's a mare, why would you turn the light on? Because you're basically like doing yourself dirty there. It's small things like that that I kind of like know about that like just make this game that little bit easier for me.
Right, chat.
Right, I'm gonna go.
Got some jobs ready for you.
He's joining
Join
us.
River.
He's joining us. All right, fella.
Hello, hello.
You all right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all good.
Good, good, good. Right. How do you want to do this? So, if you currently have a look at the difficulty.
Oh my god. Is this zero evidence? Yeah. Evidence given 0.
Zero evidence, zero sanity.
I mean, we can give it a go.
I've just been going wild, really. I just watched a video on YouTube and it's to do with Camp Woodwind and I set it up. But I didn't have enough time to set up before the spirit started or the ghost started hunting. So I had to knock it down a little bit. So instead of it being times 12 point whatever, it's now times 11.72. Oh, I am starting with 100 sanity though, instead of 0 sanity.
Look, I don't mind. I'm all doing all right on money at the moment, up to 16k, so I can lose a bit.
Right, I'm gonna pull it this way with you, mate. I've lost money today, okay? About 4,000, in fact.
Look, we can give it a go. I mean, if we get any right, then we're professionals.
Yeah. And it's just good, like, if you just capture any form of evidence as well, like, it will be good. Like, any form of evidence will be decent as well, because you're gonna then get 11 times that. However, if you don't guess the correct ghost, it takes a deduction away from it as well. You'll see. You'll see. You'll see when you're ready up. You'll understand. You'll understand.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before investigating. I've got a report that suggests a possible ghost sighting.
Right, this is going to be fun. I'm just trying to think what I need here to figure out behaviors and that. I've got a... I mean, if we go in there and we see ghost orbs, we know it's a mimic, right? Because it gives 0 evidence.
Yeah. It'll be 0 evidence and you'll see the orbs on
If
camera.
we get that, if we get a mimic first game, then to me,
Easy.
that's a dub.
Yeah. I'm not sure why, Chloe.
No orbs, so I'm going to take off mimic.
Should we do the poultry test?
It's in the bedroom. I'm doing an on-Rio test with the firelight. If we can't put the breaker on, so we can't test for a mare.
I've also got it with me. It's just from my camera. So now I'm potentially thinking twins.
Kind of like that. If it blows out that firelight, then we know it's an Omrio. Walk through that, it's not going to be a rave. Right, so it's not a rave. I would put, after this, I would put stammering on and breaker on because I'm going to be fucked.
Yeah.
Right.
It did blow out the firelight, by the way. I've just relit it again.
I don't think it's...
I'm also now potentially thinking shade.
Fine. I'll put this here. Is it going to... Right, so it's not a non-Rio, not a wraith, not a mimic. Don't think it's a demon because I think it'd be more on thing right now.
The camera's good for evidence. See, now I'm thinking Banshee because it only targeted him and I was in eye view. Right, mate, I'm locking in Banshee because it only went for you when I was in its vision as well. I don't know if you'll agree with that. Just want to make sure it was a Banshee that does that. Let me double check. Yeah, I'm gonna lock in Banshee. I don't know what about you. I am with Josh, but he died. So are you called to lock it in, or are you locked? Have you locked one in, shall I say? That would normally help, wouldn't it? Right.